Hello and welcome back everybody to a brand new All the Mods. Well, it's kind of all the mods now. It's kind of more like Kryllyk pack because we just updated. We just got onto a brand new server host with CubeHost and they've partnershiped with me. If you are interested in getting a server and all that kind of stuff, there is a link down in the description of my affiliate link, which will give you a little bit of a discount and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to get it done, get it done. So far, really impressed. We did good things. It got over here. We eliminated some lag problems and you name it, and updated the pack. Also down in the description, there's actually a link to my pack for you all to download if you want to try it or play along. It is based on all the mods. And we've kind of just removed some, tweaked some, changed a couple configs, stuff like that. We're going to continue to develop the pack as we go, changing things as we go, and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely going to be worth a shot. And so far, stability seems to be pretty darn good. A lot better than from the last episode we watched together, correct? Anyways, I did go and get a broad axe, a lumber axe, sorry, to chop down some trees because I did need more lumber and all that kind of stuff, and I figured why not. Equally, the strainer bases or the water strainers are bringing in nothing but value to me already. I'm already on the second strainer for each one, and it's absolutely wonderful. We have an entire chest here full of some of the more common resources, which is wonderful. I went to a few slime islands as well, gathered up a whole bunch of slime. Very, very good call there. And I did get a few slime saplings, and I'm trying to see if one can grow there. I'm not sure if there's enough headroom, but that's a different story. One thing, if you do download the pack in its current state, there is a bug with the Ender IO conduits. So make sure you switch back away from them and, yeah, go from there. So I ran my mechanism conduits here, but mechanism doesn't really work with Ender IO for whatever reason. So we need to come up with a solution to get power to our alloy smelter and any other Ender IO machines that we are going to use. So let's dive into it right off the get-go. I want to make a basic energy cube. This is the capacitors basically of mechanism. So let's jump right into that. Very straightforward. We can get ourselves the steel casing and these energy tablets. We've never made those before, but they're pretty straightforward. A few resources involved for sure. Decent amount of gold, but we should be able to make 2 of them. And 4 more redstone and a couple pieces of iron should get us where we need to be for this energy cube. And this will be a great way for us to start storing some of our power from mechanism, correct? So I'm going to place that guy down actually right there. And we should see that it's already starting to fill up with stuff, all right? So, you know, it's pretty darn good. We're getting, these are going to start to drain out. They're completely full of biofuel, which is great because I got a few backlogs as well. But we're going to drain these out and get everything into this energy cube that we can, and then get the backlog over here as well. Now, from the energy cube, we need to get power to the Ender IO. Now, conduits aren't a good thing. So what we need to do is we need to get a new mod that's been added to the pack, some immersive engineering. Yes, indeed. So we can get ourselves a little bit of this. Ooh, hardened clay. I forgot all about that. You know that? That's okay. We can do that. So hardened clay with 3 iron. So let's get the 3 iron. I think you only get, oh no, you do get 4 for that. That should be more than enough for now. We are going to go with the MV for now. And we'll go with the MV wire coil, which is, Electrum. Alright. Electrum, hey? We can cast it. We can alloy it with gold and silver. Alright, good. We can do that then. We can do it. Alright, so Let's see. Let's, first of all, we need to make ourselves an ingot cast. It's probably a good idea to do so. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So how much do we get per one of these? So one plate with shears is going to give us an electrum wire. So we can get ourselves a plate with the hammer, okay, or with 3. Probably better off to go with the hammer for this. So we'll probably make a hammer as well and slam that plate down. So we get 1 per plate, so we need at least 4 of the electrum. So I think that's going to be an additional 2 gold, if I'm not sure. So let's throw this in there. I'm going to use a seared brick. You can also use clay or anything ingot shaped. I wouldn't recommend using iron or something like that. Something of value. Okay, our cube is full. Beautiful. We can throw in the extra biofuel that we have, and we can get ourselves some clay and some hardened clay, like so. Pretty straightforward, and let's cook it. Yes, indeed. All right, good. So that should cook that up quite nicely. We need some silver, so let's get a piece of silver from some stratum. We've already, you know, mined it out, so we're good to go there. Let's get our cast for the ingots, and let's start melting down that silver. This guy will harden. Beautiful. We now have our ingot cast. The other thing that we can do here is, you know what? I actually thought about it. We can actually move this basin back one. Ooh, I almost fell in the water pit. Almost fell in the water pit that you can't get out of. You have to break stuff to get out of it. I actually thought about this, and we have enough seared bricks left over that we can actually make another faucet, and we can set both up at the same time, because drains have multiple sides, right? So we can just use multiple sides. All right, 4 electrum. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There is 1. Oh, I haven't made electrum since 1710. So long ago, right? Bat, you're bugging me. You are bugging me, sir. Stop flying through me. Get out of here. I don't need no bats in my cave. It's fine. Alright, so we have the electrum. That's good. We can store that. Let's get our hardened clay as well. And let's get the MV wire connector. Excellent. Now we need to get ourselves the immersive engineering hammer, which I believe was 2 of you and a piece of string. Now I did get string from the package that Reed gave me. He gave me some flax seeds, which was very helpful and will allow us to get this a little bit quicker. If not, I would have just had to go find some myself. Not a big deal. Okay, electrum plates, get. Alright, now we need to, I think it said we can even shear it. So let's quickly get some shears into the electrum wire. Beautiful. And now we need a stick. Okay, pretty easy. Pretty easy overall. There we go. Some MV wire coil. Awesome. So I'm just going to place these guys down like, oh no, did they connect? Did it connect? I think it did. Yeah, there we go. And apparently it places torches as well. Okay, so that guy should be connected, and we should be able to use that for any other connections that we may require in the near future, which is good. And we have the energy cube, which is awesome. We can set that up and all that kind of stuff. I think that that's going to work as far as I'm aware. We should probably test it though, right? Let's give it a quick little test. Let's throw in a piece of chromium ore just to see if it's pulling from the energy cube or not. It's not. Oh, interesting. Okay. I have no clue what I can do with this, by the way. Block of chromium, chromium gear, chromium plates, chromium rod. I don't know if the gear is going to do something for us. Not really. I don't think chromium does anything. Okay, so it is not bringing us power. That is not good. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. So it's not pulling power out of the energy cube itself. I guess the next thing that we can try is actually connecting it like so. Does that work? That works. Okay, so we can connect it right to a mechanism cable. But at least we have the energy cube that we can store power from as well. Alright, so that worked, and we're good to go on that front. That does the job for now. I've continually expanded my wheat farm here. We are just working on expanding things still, for the most part, and we're getting pretty decently far with it. Lots of wheat, which is great. Lots of goodies. Okay. The next thing that we need to do, I think, is a little bit more of the mechanism. I'd like to triple my ores that I go and get, right? So I did find some diamonds, and I did process all my ores. But the next time I go to mine, I want to get more for my time and my effort. So let's work at getting this thing set up properly. So we finished off last with the enrichment purification chamber. Sorry. Yes, this one. Wayla's not correct. But it's the purification chamber. And for this, we needed to supply it with oxygen. Now, as you know, chemistry, basis, whatever, oxygen and hydrogen are in water. Make sense? H2O, correct? I know we're doing a chemistry lesson here at the moment. It's a little ridiculous. I didn't even like chemistry. But anyways, doing a little bit of a chemistry lesson here. And so hydrogen and oxygen we need to put through a machine to separate the two from water. And that is called an electrolytic separator from mechanism. So pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here. Some enriched alloy. We need this electrolytic core though, and that's a whole bunch more of enriched alloy. And then some dust. We need crushed iron, crushed gold, and 2 crushed osmium. So we can do that very easy in our crushing machine. Lucky us, right? Boom, just like so. That should crush them up quite nicely. I am a little bit short on the enriched alloys, so let's quickly get ourselves a little bit more of that. I believe that is the iron one, if I'm not mistaken. That should get us the compressed redstone. Very good. That should get us some of the dust that we require. And the last osmium will come through as well. Okay. So that's going to give us enough already to get the first part of this, which is the electrolytic core. Got it. All right. Now we need 2 more. We need 2 redstone and 4 iron. 2 redstone and 4 more iron. Good. Along with some more enriched alloy. Okay. So this should give us the electrolytic separator. Beautiful. I also want to get some... no, we're good. We got pipes. We got enough pipes. Okay, good. So, the separator here is actually going to go, probably right here. Probably right there, I think. We'll get some power in this thing. I think that'll do the job. Swapping wand. What's he talking about? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so that'll be our electrolytic separator. Now, I want to use this water right here, so we're going to need to renovate some of this a little bit. I removed the heat generators as well, because they really weren't doing all that much for us at this point in time. So let's get a little bit of water from our little bit of water pool over here, and fill that in. Very good. Get ourselves a little bit of an infinite water pool. Okay. And let's put that light back up there. No. There we go. Got it. Okay. Good. Now we need to basically harvest water and get it into the electrolytic separator for processing. All right, so to do that, we're also going to use another mechanism block called the electrical pump, or pump for short. right here. So that's going to require another steel casing, which is that with osmium. Very good. 2 more enriched alloys, 3 osmium, and a bucket. All right. So we need what? Steel I have. We're going to need 4 osmium, right? Yeah. And 4 glass. I think that's good. I think we're good with that. So that's going to be that. Boom. Then we need that. Awesome. Electric pump. Get. Very good. I do want to make myself another bucket, though, because that did use up my second bucket. Okay, good. Good. Awesome. All right, so now that we have water over there, we are set up to basically run the pump directly out of that spot. So I think I want to run it right here, like so. All right. Pretty straightforward, I hope. And we wire it up with some power. Is that not where it goes? Which side does the power go to? Oh, dear. By the way, these cables take a while to break, just to let you know. Is it here? Yes. Okay. So the pump should be set up. Yes, and we're pumping water in. Perfect. Okay, so it is using some power. I think it uses about 100 joules per bucket. I'm not sure if that's still up to date or not. But now we need to get the water from here into the electrolytic separator so that it can actually start to work. And then we need to pump in the oxygen into the purification chamber. So to do that, we're actually going to use, actually, is it right there? Basic mechanical pipes. Indeed, that is exactly what we are going to use from Mechanism. Pretty straightforward. We're going to need some steel and a bucket. All right. I'm going to make some more steel and a bucket. All right. So basic mechanical pipe, get. Awesome. Love it. Nailed it. Now, this guy is going to go on the mechanical here. And as you can see, it's automatically filling up with water. And boom, it should be going into the electrolytic separator. And as you can see, we are already producing hydrogen and oxygen. Of course, there's 2 hydrogens per 1 oxygen. So we're producing hydrogen at twice the rate that we are oxygen. But it is working pretty darn good. Now, you can set these to other things. So you can be idle, where basically once it fills up, it stops. Okay. You can set it to dumping excess. Now, of course, each side toggles the tank, right? Or you can toggle it to dumping it all, period. Now, I want to keep the hydrogen in there, but I always want to have oxygen flowing through the system here as we progress into the purification chamber out of here. So, as we get an input, is that not what we need? Energy extra? No? It's not working like that. Extra. Extra, extra. Read all about it. Can't eject energy items. Okay. Transport. Why is it not letting me pipe in? I might need a thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump the excess hydrogen so that we keep producing the oxygen and keeping this full. But once the oxygen fills up is when we're going to go idle over here. Now, this guy doesn't have a config on it. So I think what we need is we actually need a configurator from Mechanism. This is kind of like the Mechanism wrench per se. It works very, very well. I have no complaints about it. But it is a little bit expensive. So let's get our energy tablet. Good. We need 1 more enriched alloy and 1 lapis. Alright, we're going to do this the non-cheap way. Nice and quickly so that we can get this done. And that'll be a stick, which we have in our inventory. Very good. Okay. That should give us the configurator. Beautiful. And now that we actually have an energy cube, which, by the way, this does work. You just have to actually put it to output. Just one of those things. And then we can set the configurator into charge so that we can get a charge in it. Very nice. Now, I need to figure out what the controls are for this thing because it's been a while since I've used it. And one of those things. Alright, so silly me, of course. Oxygen's not a fluid. Silly me. So we need a basic pressurized pipe. Luckily, we do have everything that we need to get it done. So we can get this thing going. Basic pressurized pipe. Very nice. Let's throw this guy on here, like so. And let's see. So it's still not pulling out that. Let's see if this will do it. So shift right click. You can set it to push or to pull. There we go. And now we are pulling out the oxygen. Beautiful. And now the oxygen is fully in the purification chamber. Amazing. Exactly what we wanted. And then, of course, the electrolytic separator is going to fill up the oxygen again that we just pulled out. So we're going to always have that 2400, sorry, backup oxygen in here. Pretty sweet, though, right? So now, if we get some ore, so, for example, there's a piece of copper right over here. Let's just try it with this guy. Oh, I'll take your friend, too. Okay. Okay, we'll take a couple friends. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so if we do this, and we put this guy in here, what should happen is we should get the first step in the purification process. Good, and then that goes into the crusher, which is copper clumps. Excellent. Alright, good. We are getting there. That goes into dirty copper dust. Okay, now dirty copper dust should go into the enriching, I believe. I think I did this right. And that should become regular dust. Awesome. Sweet. So that should, by theory, we get put in 3 ore there. And as you can see, we're getting 3 all the way through on our factories. So by theory, we should end up with 9 additional copper in the upper chest. Sweet. So just that little process of getting the oxygen up and running, going into the purification chamber, we can input all of our ores now in here. We can auto input out of the top. So instead of, on top of here, we're putting them in here now, and we can get even more. Pretty straightforward and a pretty easy fix to get yourself tripling of resources. If I do say so myself, I think. I think it's very, very efficient. So, I think, let me check the time on the episode, see where we're at, see what else I can do and get done here tonight. It's, of course, late again, as per normal, but it's been a very, very busy and productive day for me in the real world. We did get a new vehicle after months upon months of searching. We finally found one that worked in our price range and all that kind of stuff, so we were super excited, got that done. I had to get a new Switch because I got new internet. I now have 150 download speed and 40 upload speed, which is awesome. But my Switch was maxing me out at 100, so had to go pick up one of those. It's been a busy and productive day. That's the best way to explain it. Anyways, let me check the time, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I do have time for one more thing, and it comes in nice and perfectly, actually, because we have this hydrogen here. Correct? Very good. Now, we could set this to continually run by dumping the excess oxygen as well, but what I think I want to do instead is I kind of want to store it. Is there, like, some way that I can do that, maybe? I don't know. But let's look at making a jetpack from Mechanism. Kind of a basic type of jetpack. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's not the greatest jetpack in the world. I can tell you that right now. But it does do the job for right now while we are working on, getting some of the angel ring up and running. And it should help in the process of even getting that angel ring. if we can fly up to a ghast ourselves, correct? So one way that I know that I can fill this is I can put it right in this machine, and we can fill it with some hydrogen. Now, it goes up to 24,000. I'm not sure if there is another way that we can fill it without also dumping the excess of our oxygen over and above. But that's going to make this machine continually run and continually drain RF per tick, basically. So I don't know if I want to be continually draining my power system like that. Now I could just turn it on when I need to refill the jetpack, but that's going to be pretty often for the most part. So I'm not sure if there's like a tank way or something like that that we can refill it. I'll have to look into a couple different things. I assume Mechanism might have a solution to this. I'm not positive though. So anyways, ooh, electric bow. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Now the gas tank still empty. Oh, but it increases the capacity. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can increase the capacity of it too. That is very useful. All right. Is there a way to fill up the gas tank though, alternatively, or the jetpack in general? I do not know. I'll have to look into it a little bit further because, well, it's one of those things. Ooh, maybe we could also look into armoring up our jetpack. That might be actually quite useful. Anyways, that is going to be it for this episode. If you guys know of a way and want to help me out, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I do read them. Trust me, I do. No big deal. And yeah, I'll wonder if a gas tank itself has an inventory. The more you think, the more you think. Anyways, that's it for me. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.